All right, let's dive into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are tackling what is arguably one of the most frustrating challenges for any focused professional, reclaiming your time from administrative grunt work. Look, if you've ever felt like your strategic brain is being held hostage by repetitive, manual tasks, like desperately trying to format PowerPoint boxes at 11 p.m. on a Friday, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're breaking down the 75% faster workflow strategy. It's a concept that is completely, fundamentally transforming how modern teams operate.
75%. And no, that isn't just some vague aspiration or a catchy marketing gimmick. This is the exact amount of manual execution time that modern AI workflows can actually eliminate from your day-to-day operations. I mean, imagine taking the hours you currently spend on formatting, copy-pasting, searching for buried information across 10 different tabs, and literally slashing them by 3/4. We're going to uncover exactly how the top teams are achieving this right now.
Because let's be honest with ourselves for a second here. Are you losing your evenings and weekends answering the exact same request for proposal or RFP questions that you literally just answered last month? Those massive vendor questionnaires are the ultimate execution bottleneck. They stall mid-funnel deals, and worse, they burn out incredibly talented sales, marketing, and pre-sales professionals. You are not hired to be a human copy and paste machine, yet that's exactly where so many of us get stuck, right?
To put this into perspective, the sheer scale of the time difference here is kind of mind-blowing. Benchmark data from tools like Ally and Beautiful.ai shows that a standard 10-slide deck when built manually in PowerPoint takes about 2 to 4 hours. But using an AI presentation maker to get a highly presentable first draft, 3 to 6 minutes. It's an incredible 20 to 40 times faster. The value proposition here is just absolutely undeniable.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates why AI is so necessary for high-volume workflows. Research from SiftHub shows that 68% of questionnaire questions are actually near duplicates of ones your team has already answered in the last 90 days. Think about that for a second. Nearly 70% of the work is just repeating yourself. Relying on manual knowledge retrieval for this isn't just slow. It is a massive, massive drain on your team's most valuable resource.
So, how are teams actually winning this time back? Let's jump into Battleground 1, Presentation Generation. Instead of wrestling with slide layouts, let's look at the actual return on investment. McNeil Keenan, a VP over at Cvent who uses Beautiful AI, perfectly captures the goal here. By reducing presentation time by 75%, his team is now focusing entirely on the core message, the story, and the content. They aren't spending hours acting as amateur graphic designers anymore, they're acting as strategists. Now, a quick heads up, not all AI tools are created equal, and you really have to pick the philosophy that fits your specific team. On one side, you've got Gamma, which is incredibly fast and treats slides almost like a scrolling web page. It's absolutely perfect for rapid ideation. But on the other side, you have Beautiful.ai, which enforces very structured, automated layout rules. So if you need pixel-perfect, strict brand compliance to export directly into a corporate deck, well, that is definitely your lane. And the best platforms out there don't just wildly guess what you want, they actually keep you in control. Take Beautiful.ai's Create with AI workflow, for example. It doesn't just spit out a final deck from a single prompt. It's a guided, iterative process. Prompt, outline, design, refine. You review and tweak the text outline before any design is even applied. The human remains firmly in the driver's seat, making the AI a co-pilot, not an autopilot. All right, let's keep building on this and move over to Battleground 2, RFP in Deal Acceleration. If presentations are the visual bottleneck, security questionnaires and RFPs are without a doubt the content bottleneck. These are those critical, mid-funnel opportunities that require intense, pinpoint accuracy. But look at what modern tools are achieving right now. Platforms like AutoRFP.ai and SiftHub are successfully automating 70 to 90% of first drafts. They pull directly from your company's approved knowledge base to assemble highly accurate responses in minutes, not weeks. The real secret sauce here? Connectivity. The legacy approach was uploading a bunch of documents to a static library that frankly went out of date the minute you hit upload. The 75% faster workflow strategy relies on connecting to your live go-to-market stack. We're talking about the active tools where your sales and marketing teams already live every day, like Salesforce, Slack, or Google Drive. It pulls the absolute freshest, most accurate data dynamically. And the real-world impact of this is nothing short of a capacity multiplier. Allego leveraged SiftHub to hit a 90% autofill rate, turning things around 8 times faster.
Meanwhile, Sirion is handling 50% more RFPs without adding a single new hire to the team, all while reducing their response time by a full 48 hours. These aren't just, marginal efficiency gains. They completely change the math on how many deals a team can actually pursue.
And these platforms go way beyond simple text generation into true enterprise-grade workflows. They can automate bid/no bid analysis to immediately tell you if an RFP is even worth your time. They run automated compliance checks. They use multi-LMM routing, which basically just means the software automatically picks the smartest AI model for your specific technical question. And crucially, they provide traceable source attribution, so you know exactly which internal document generated that specific answer.
So, we've managed to automate the design and the content. That brings us to Act 3, the human delivery layer.
So, where does that 75% of saved time actually go? It gets reinvested right here. There's this brilliant insight from the presentation platform Storyflow that summarizes this perfectly. They say, AI does not have a presentation problem. It has a thinking order problem. Think about it. If you outsource your core narrative spine to an AI guessing game, sure, you will get a deck in 5 minutes. But it will be a deck with absolutely no argument. It'll just be competent filler.
To win high-stakes deals, you have to control the narrative. The absolute ideal strategy, what we can call the Storyflow method, is to build your argument on a visual canvas first. You decide the structural spine, map out your beats as movable cards, and only then do you hand that carefully crafted outline over to a design layer tool like Gamma or Beautiful.ai. You plan the strategy first, and then you automate the aesthetic.
Because ultimately, the delivery layer is exclusively human. No tool out there touches pacing. No AI makes eye contact with a client. No software can read the tension in a boardroom or execute that perfectly timed dramatic pause just before you drop a key statistic. Eliminating the administrative grunt work is absolutely crucial because it frees you up to master this exact human layer. It lets you focus on genuine connection and persuasion.
Which leaves us with the ultimate question. How exactly do you plan to spend the 75% of time you just won back? The workflows we've covered today don't just save you hours, they empower you to do the high-leverage work you were actually hired to do in the first place. If you're still stuck doing the busy work, I guarantee your competitors are already outthinking you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I honestly can't wait to see what you build with all that reclaimed time.